intake pipe. In this video, we're gonna be installing this FSWERKS intake pipe on our Ford Focus. We're gonna show you how to do it. We already have the Cobb intake, like the filter side, and this is the FSWERKS pipe. Now, the Cobb and all the other ones, they're about the same, shape and design, so it's gonna apply to most intakes. All right, so we're gonna show you how to disassemble everything, put everything together, and then we'll go from there. We're gonna start off by removing some bolts. We have one bolt right here, another bolt right here, and this little fitting right here. So what I have is an 8mm, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and just loosen it and remove it. So we're gonna take this off. I have a 12mm. Of course, you could use standard or metrics, whatever works, but for me, I'm using a 12. And then it comes right up. We're gonna start loosening up some clamps. We're gonna start with this one, and then we're gonna go to these, and then the one that connects to the turbo. All right, I've got a 7mm and a ratchet, and I'm just gonna loosen stuff up. The goal is just to loosen it. You don't wanna go all the way out where the clamp disconnects. That's perfect. If you wanna check, that's loose. I'm gonna remove this top so I can access the clamp. Be careful not to touch the positive terminal. We're gonna go ahead and loosen this clamp with the flathead. And now we're going to separate the hose from this piping section, just like that. And then this part as well, and this comes off. If you look at this hose right here that's connected to the intake pipe, what you're going to do is you're going to pinch down on the part that's sticking out with the little bars, just pinch it and pull out. Okay, this is the hardest part. You're going to have to release this clamp that connects the intake pipe to the turbo. All right, so I figured it out, and it took a bunch of different tool combinations, and I'll show you what I have here to make it really easy. So I have a long extension, I have a swivel, and I have a 7mm, and I was able to loosen it. All right, now we're just going to pop this up, but hold the clamp so it doesn't fall down. I'm holding the clamp and navigating it out. And here it is. All right, it's time for us to install our pipe. To make it easy on yourself, you want to clock this clamp so when you put it down, it's in the right direction where you can reach it and tighten it down. Using your pin light, you can actually see the opening to the turbo and the clamp, and I'm going to position over it, and then I'm going to push down. And that's a perfect contact there. All right. And I could see the clamp, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to position myself to make sure the clamp is on there right, and I'm going to get something to tighten it down. Using my same setup, which works really well, I'm going to snake down, and I can actually see the clamp. And then I'm going to put my tool over it, and I'm going to start working it down. Our next step is to install these little bushings. What we're going to do is we're going to work it down, and then this slides over like that. All right, we're going to go ahead and do the other one. Just like that. And now we have to connect the connector in the back. All right, we're going to connect the pipe in the back. It is definitely a tight fit, but it's an easy thing to do. Just like that, you hear it click, and it's in there. So our intake pipe actually is designed to work with the OEM elbow. The one that we got from Cobb that came with this intake kit goes to another kit, so we're not going to be using that. Okay, so we tighten this down, and now we're going to put our nuts to lock it down, and we should be done. All right, we're just going to go snug, stop. All right, let's go for a test drive. All right, first off, definitely some more turbo noises, but not a lot. There's not like a OMG huge difference, but you definitely do hear more turbo sounds, especially with the windows down. Now, it is windy today, but whenever I step on it, I can definitely hear more turbo. difference, but definitely a difference. And we're back. Definitely an upgrade. Like I said, a little bit more sound, but not a big drastic difference. Now make sure to check out the rest of the videos. We have a ton of DIY upgraded maintenance videos. So make sure you check out our Ford Focus ST library. You won't be disappointed. All right, guys, punch that like button if this video was helpful. If you liked it, you guys take care and we will talk to you soon.